Get the game right to the side sex. Leave the fire and the roof style stuff. I'm on the grind like we're chasing the stars. From Millmore to Du Valley, we've come so far. Talk about legends, yeah, we know the score. Ronnie and Bobby, we remember you more. From the highs of the Wembley fight to losing our trousers, still we ignite. Red and white with the pride, we're never gonna bow. Fighting like middlemen, hear the roar now. We're middlemen, we stand up tall. Through ups and downs, we give it all. From Millmore to Du Valley.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to KB Terrace Talk. Tonight we are on the Sunday Service Football Edition, and we are live with four wonderful panellists. We've got Mark this evening. How are we doing, Mark?
Not too bad, folks. Not too bad at all.
Fabulous, fabulous. We'll come to you and the slight little defeat with Wrexham very, very shortly. We've also got Glory Hole. How are we doing, Glory Hole?
Yeah, glad that Liverpool finally got a win again. Looks good. Looks good.
Yeah, against my little boys, Aston Villa. I thought Aston Villa were going to do you over, but never mind. We've also got Carl. Carl's joining us tonight. How are we doing, Carl?
I'm all right. Another win for the Blues. Now gone second in the league.
And another 2 goals for Haaland as well.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to say that I didn't back Haaland for 2 goals today. I had 20 quid on at 4-1. Thank you very much.
Well done, well done. And finally, we've also got Turbo Tom in from Wee Bonnie, Scotland tonight. How are we doing, Tom?
Yeah, really well. I'm looking forward to the to tonight's discussion. So, all the best, lads.
Good. Up the Millers. Right, so tonight we're going to talk about a multitude of things. Obviously, the first thing and most important thing we've got to talk about is the Premier League. There's been some fantastic games in the Premier League this weekend. Some very surprising scores as well. So we're going to have a look and analyse a few of those. Obviously, we've also had quite a number of championship matches. Some wins, some losses. A bit disappointing for Coventry, although they are still top. A bit disappointing for Derby. I mean, congratulations to Derby. Unfortunate for the Forest fans not enjoying that. And then also we've had the FA Cup action. So we've had loads of action within the FA Cup. We're going to have a roundup of those matches as well. And we're going to focus on a few of them that we spoke about last week and bringing that into our feature presentation for this week. And then we've also got just a little bit at the very end for the lighter side. So let's get cracking. Let's get stuck straight in. And I'm going to start just to purposely annoy one of our viewers that has already posted in and posted a message in from John Sullivan. Says, we can kindly skip the Newcastle result. That would be amazing. Not feeling great at all. Pure crap. So, whilst we're talking about that Newcastle game, what do we think then, guys? So it was West Ham 3, Newcastle 1. What do we think to that result, guys?
Well, I think I'm in a good position to discuss this because I watched the entire match.
Oh, did you? Fabulous.
I missed the first 10 minutes, but then I met some friends in the pub, one of which was a West Ham supporter. And I asked them since the goal whether they were good value for attacks. Do they reckon they're going to get into the game? And off the back of what they said, I had a little wager on West Ham to score the next goal, which they did. So I won 50 quid on that. And then I had another bet for West Ham to score the next goal, and they did, 2-1. And I think West Ham were good value for the win. My last bet was Jared Bowen to score at the end, and he was clean through, nearly went through the keeper's legs, didn't. But on the whole, West Ham were good value for the win.
So obviously West Ham good value, played well, solid performance under Nuno, so on and so forth. Mm-hmm. What's going wrong at Newcastle then? Obviously, I know we're not got any Newcastle fans on, but Cole, viewing that game all the way through, what do you think the downfall from Newcastle's side was?
So it's a good question. So I was watching that match, and in my head, all I could get in my head was, when you look at 3 central midfielders for Newcastle, Tonali, Guimaraes, and Joe Linton, on paper, that Newcastle midfield should steamroll the West Ham. But for some reason, they weren't getting through the lines, and West Ham looked a lot more solid. I think Nuno's having more of an impact now. If I was a West Ham fan, I'd be encouraged by that. I think they're going to start picking up some results. If I was a Newcastle fan, I'd be very worried because they've lost Isak and their midfield, which used to be their strength, now becomes it looks quite weak. On paper, like I said, they should have a really strong midfield, but I think they're missing a little bit of creativity. Anthony Gordon doesn't look the player he looked like 6 months ago. Obviously, they've lost Isak, like we've discussed. And then you're looking at Tonali, Bruno. Joe Linton's just like a workhorse, but Tonali and Bruno, they're not doing enough for me for the calibre of player they are. I think defence-wise, Newcastle are sound. Obviously, they've got Livramento out at the moment. But West Ham just look the better team.
They just come out guns blazing.
It was odd to see at half-time they go in 2-1 down. Own goal's a bit unfortunate. And they take off Voltemada and Gordon, who you would argue are two of the more potent attacking threats.
I think that annoyed 6,500 people that had either captained or just bought in Voltemada from on their FPLs as well.
But they've done nothing. And when you made your first comment where was you thought, do you think Newcastle were unlucky to go into the not
unlucky to go in behind, but it's the own goal was unfortunate. That's he's got him.
Yeah, but I think if he doesn't make that interception, it's going straight on the end of the West Ham forward.
I don't trust West Ham forward most of the time.
I think it was such a good ball, the defender had to play it, and then you always run the risk of an own goal. But on reflection there, that first half, I thought West Ham were really good value for the 2-1.
I agree with you. I just think the own goal was unfortunate. But then to go in at half-time, you need something, and you take off Gordon and Voltemada, who I think from the outside looking in, you would say are two of the more attacking players that Newcastle have.
But they were poor today.
Yeah, they were poor today, but I was surprised to see them both go off, unless they both picked up niggles or they're going to be rested for the Champions League. I don't know. But from the outside, looked very odd taking them off when they're 2-1 down against a team who, on paper, and football's not playing on paper.
I agree with you. If I was the Newcastle manager, I wouldn't have been taking those two off. I'd be making changes in the centre midfield. And although those three players are probably your three best players, I thought they were toothless in midfield. I'd have probably been taking off Joe Linton to try and get a little bit more creativity in the middle, if that was me. But I'm not a Premiership manager, so.
It seems like it was very much all a West Ham game. There's clearly a few problems going off at Newcastle that need to be addressed quite dramatically, it sounds like. John Sullivan active in the comments tonight. I'm going to do an Arne excuse, 3-game week. Yeah, the usual stuff. West Ham should have scored first. Bowen smashed the post. Apparently, he reckons that Gordon might go in January. Liverpool showing a bit of interest in Anthony Gordon.
Nah, we don't.
I don't know if you guys share the same opinion, but why the hell is Harvey Barnes not starting? He'd be a starter for me if I was Newcastle manager. True,
he's a good player. Him.
To be fair, he is a good player. And the back end of his season last season was really good. He was firing some goals home even. So I don't know. Something's clearly going wrong somewhere within that squad. I don't know if they're still holding on to the fact that they've lost their best striker and this, that, and the other, or what's quite going off at Newcastle. But I think there's lots of things that need to be changed quite dramatically there, especially if you're going to West Ham, who aren't necessarily firing on all fours at the minute, to then be absolutely smashed 3-1. It's just, it's a bit of an odd one, isn't it? Bit of an odd game. Maybe they're Achilles. I don't know. So some of the matches that went on. Let's have a quick chat about the Liverpool game, Gloriole. Nice 2-0 win for yourself.
It was a good performance, yeah. I think
you've been quite vocal in the WhatsApp group, particularly around Salah and everything. So
it's interesting because, as viewers of the Thursday show will know, I did say I wasn't happy with Salah, and I did say I wanted Salah taken out and benched because he wasn't performing. And don't get me wrong, as Lee has said many times, Salah is still one of our best performers this season. It's just based on what you've seen in previous years, you'd think that Salah is going to score more than he has done. And when you watch Salah play this season, some of the chances where he shoots and skies it over the bar, you're thinking in previous years he'd probably score that. So I think, it's a difficult one. But yeah, Salah got his 250th goal of his Liverpool career, and he's only one of 3 players to reach that target. So he's actually doing all right. It's one of those ones where I think that if you were to take him out, would that knock his confidence, or would it's tough because he's our main forward, and you can't blame him for our problems. The biggest problem you can blame is our defence, because our defence has been so shocking this season. And I think going back to basics and bringing back Robertson into the team and all that sort of stuff has solidified us a lot, because he was much better than Kirkus. I don't rate Kirkus at the minute.
GH, if you were in Slot's position right now, yeah, and thinking about, okay, yeah, you've got the win there against Villa. I mean, you don't personally seem very happy with that win. You're putting a bit of a spin on the whole Salah kind of scenario. But if you were Slot at the minute, what would you do with your squad? Would you look at that midfield with Salah and consider something there, or would you focus solely on the defence? Do you think the defence is in a worse position than where you are with the midfield?
Tough one. I do think the defence is worse than the attack. I think Kirkes has been really poor. Frimpong has struggled to stay fit. Kanate, especially the first few games, looked very shaky. Alisson can't stay fit. So we've got some severe problems. And then I know it wasn't in the league, but in the cup the other night, Gomez looked really poor. So I think I can see why not getting Gahey in the summer has been a bit of a problem, because I think if we had got playing him over Kanate would have been significantly better for our defence.
So GH, you're saying that you spent all this money in the summer transfer and your squad is still shocking?
Pretty much. I mean, Ekitike is the real Ekitike of all our signings. Ekitike is the only one that I think is a good signing at the minute. Obviously, Isak will probably come good eventually, but I haven't seen enough of Isak to agree that he's a good signing. Wirtz is an interesting one. Again, he'll probably come good, but I haven't seen enough of him. And
but is Wirtz one of those that will come good, game week 27, 28, or is his season's going to be next season?
Yeah.
What I'm seeing at the minute with Liverpool, and this is not a dig at Liverpool in the slightest, but you've had all these players, you've had all these, let's put it in inverted commas, like Bushy talks about a lot, but world-class players.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know where your position is in the league and so on and so forth, but Liverpool are just not Liverpool.
No, and I think
what's going off? Is it the manager?
Yes.
Is it the fact that you've got far too many different new style players and they won't gel with the manager's way? Is it one or two pinpointed players? What is it exactly?
Well, he's tried a lot of different lineups. He tried various different people in the midfield, different left backs, right backs. He even played for one match, he even played Wirtz on the wing instead of Salah in the Champions League. Like, he's trying too much. I think what worked against Villa was going back to basics, playing Robertson. It helped that Gravenberch was back from injury, but him and McAllister in midfield, back to having the team that we know and tried last season. Obviously, the only difference was Ekitike, but he's not the problem. I think going back to basics from what worked last season is the best way we can run our team, because what did we do last season? We went and won the league. So if you have a winning team, what's the point in changing it if you know it works?
Do you want my opinion on Liverpool?
Yeah, come on, Carl.
Yeah, go on.
What are you saying?
So my opinion, I agree with a lot of what Glory Hole says. So after you win a league, obviously you've got a lot of players that you don't just win the league and you get rid of. So I was of the opinion the back end of last season that Van Dijk had lost a yard of pace. But you've just won the league, and arguably Van Dijk has been the best defender in the Premier League for the last 3 or 4 years. So Van Dijk has dropped, his standards dropped off. You've not replaced him. That's one reason.
That's true. Yeah, that is true.
You bring Wirtz in, and it's renowned 9 times out of 10. If you bring a player from a different league into the Premier League, it takes a season for them to accustom. There's exceptions to the rule, etc., like Haaland and what have you, but Wirtz is going to probably take a season to acclimatise. So you've got a £150 million player there that's not contributing as you would want. You've got Frimpong and Kirkers, who are really attacking defenders and are not defending, so you're leaking goals. Mm-hmm. And then you've got Salah, who's dropped off a cliff. I watched that Charity Shield game. Salah wasn't the same player. Granted, he's an absolute Premier League legend. He'll go down as one of the all-time greats. But his legs aren't the same. He's not the same player. So when you put all of that together, Salah's form dipping, Wirtz not being the player that Liverpool wanted straight away, Van Dijk's lost a yard of pace, 2 full-backs who are 2 attacking and not defending, Alisson's out injured, so you've got one of the best goalkeepers in the world not playing. Put all of those things together, and you haven't got the Liverpool that won the league last season. That's Liverpool's fault.
100% agree.
So in other words, Glory, Liverpool are...
We're old.
They're not fucked because Alisson will come back and Alisson will still be.
If we were fucked, then we'd be below Man United.
Yeah, but if we're looking on physical performances and we're looking at where your squad is in terms of season-long performance and where they're going to go this season. I personally, watching them, how Man United have been playing, particularly the last couple of games, I feel as though Man United are a stronger team than Liverpool.
No chance.
No chance. If they can't, no offense, Phil, but if they can't beat Forest, then they've got no chance.
So we've had this argument. We've had this argument already about if they can't beat Forest. Listen. I will stand I'll stand my ground on this. Forest are now an established Premier League team. Forest will not go down this season, categoric. Forest have had a poor start to the season. Just listen, I've let you talk. Listen to me now. Forest have had a bad start to this season based on the choice of managers that we've had and the mess up that Mr. Marinakis has done. Okay? So, what Forest are actually having to recover from now is this 007 part, yeah? We are 7 games behind anybody else. Anybody else that we're looking at mid-table, we're looking at the higher part of mid-table, we are already 7 games down. So essentially what we've got to do is we've got to perform those over the next 7 to 10 games harder than we've ever fought before to get back to where we need to be and where we were last season and where we're going to be at the end of this season. So sitting there and saying Man United should be beating Forest when Man United last season finished just out the relegation zone and Forest finished 7th, and yet as we are at the present time, is Forest are sitting just within the relegation zone and Man United are sitting where?
Bill, can I ask you a quick question there?
They're in 8th.
8th. They're in 8th, yeah.
The question that we're asking there, are we asking, because you made a point there, you thought United would finish above Liverpool, but then we had Forest in there.
No. I said I didn't say Man United would finish higher than Liverpool.
United are a better team at the moment.
I said their squad is performing and gelling better than the Liverpool squad are. That's what I said.
Listen, there is no doubt in my mind Liverpool will finish in the top 3. United won't finish anywhere near the top 3. Anywhere near it.
I'm just purely looking on the performances that I've seen recently in the last 4 or 5 games, how Man United have played compared to how Liverpool have played. And I'm not backing either team because I don't support either of them. I'm looking at it as the aspect of I feel as though Man United have performed as a team better than Liverpool and gelled better as a team than Liverpool have.
I think it's very close between them, but I see Liverpool's cap for where they can go a lot higher than United's. So I don't look at over the 11 games. I look at it, the 11 games and where those players can go on and improve. And Liverpool have got a better squad, in my opinion, and they will go on to achieve a higher level than United. I've got no doubt of that.
Okay. What about the other two? What about Mark and Tom? What are your thoughts so far?
I agree that across the start of this season, from what I've seen, because again, I have no great love for either team. United have played slightly better on average than Liverpool. However, I agree with Carl. I don't think Man United will be finishing Champions League, but I do think Liverpool will be top three. I had Liverpool winning the league before a ball was kicked. Now, don't think that's going to be the case. And I don't think Man United will be in the Champions League. Maybe it's a push. They might get maybe Conference League if someone who gets in the Champions League wins the League Cup. Maybe they even sneak a Europa League spot, but I don't see them anywhere near the Champions League. And I think
United will struggle to get top half.
Not sure about that, but this, United fans on Twitter, they shout loud and they seem to think they're back. They win 3 in a row. That's not enough. You need to be consistent. United aren't there yet. Played well recently. They got away with it against Forest. The first United goal, that wasn't a corner. The ball hadn't gone out, but they scored from it. So I don't think
the blue.
I don't think it's anything to say about United.
Oh, I think we lost you a bit there, Mark. I mean, sitting there watching that Forest Man United game, I'm not going to take anything away from Man United because that first half they performed very, very well. Yes, it shouldn't have been a corner, so therefore the goal shouldn't have counted. But there was a goal. There was a goal line clearance by one of the Forest defenders. There was a fantastic save by Matt Sells. So again, those two could have gone in theoretically. So they were attacking. They were playing their attacking football. They were up there. They were getting in within our defence, and they were doing well. The second half, especially with the 2 very, very quick goals from Forest, I think that stunned Man United quite dramatically, and I think they just kind of started clutching at straws a little bit, kind of trying to hammer things home. And I think I'm not going to take it away from Ahmad. Fantastic shot, fantastic goal, but I think Man United were lucky in that game. Absolutely.
Phil, all the stats. I think was it just you and I who predicted a Forest win for that game?
I think so, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, I predicted 2-1 Forest, and I didn't watch the match live, but I was keeping tabs on the score and I was checking the stats quite regularly, and the stats suggest Forest were unlucky and they should have won.
Yeah, no, absolutely, mate. And obviously you all saw I was sat there with Bushy and whatnot, and I agree with what you say, Mark, about Man United fans and how they kind of, blow it all up and react and so on and so forth. And he's the epitome of that Man United sort of like fan. And he was coming away going, no. We should have smashed you. We should have smashed you. And obviously Glory Hole sitting there on that WhatsApp group saying Man United shouldn't be losing to Forest. But hold on a second. And this is what I want to go back to. What Cole's just said there is nice and simple. All the stats stated that Forest should have won that game. Yeah. So
they should have
enough
won.
of this. Oh, that team should have beat Forest. We're not Wolves. We're not West Ham. We're not Burnley, and we're definitely not Leeds. All right. So
no, you're a good team. It's just based on form. That's the only reason I think Man United should have won.
Well, that's why I'm talking about form. I've said we are living off a 7-game that we had. And now all we've got to do is fight through the next 10 games to try and catch up with that 7-game hatch. Based on that performance on Saturday, I'm categorically going back to I can still see us finishing 7th this season.
Oh wow! I mean, you've got a good manager. I think he'll keep you. He'll definitely keep you up. I don't know what he'll do, but he'll keep you up for sure. That's what I think.
I think Forest will finish above United this season.
A few people have said that.
I hope so.
Anyway, listen, guys, I can't stay on for much longer, so should we have a quick chat about the City game?
You've got to drop off. That's not a problem. Right, a couple more matches that I just want to look at in the Premier League. Shout out to Brighton fan Dan for smashing Leeds 3-0. Fantastic win for Brighton. Very well performed. Welbeck slipping one home yet again. Absolutely fantastic performance by Brighton. Leeds really need to worry, and I know we're going to probably open this up massively on Thursday.
Phil.
Leeds and whatnot. Yes, Tom.
Phil, do you know that Danny Welbeck's dad was a
Yes, I know your dad. Listen, your dad joke's terrible. I know about your dad joke. I think the whole world know about your dad joke about Danny Welbeck.
Yeah, but his dad was a bomb disposal expert.
Yeah, we know. Yeah, called Stan.
What was he called, Phil? What was he called?
Stan.
Stan Welbeck.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Ah, wonderful. We got the dad jokes.
I'll tell you something about Danny Welbeck. We should have him in that England squad next summer.
No, we should not.
Do you know what?
Oh, hang on.
He's slapping the balls in. He's
Harry Kane all the way.
Surely Tom Tuchel should be looking at Welbeck a little bit and going,
Stand Welbeck.
Maybe. Obviously, shout out to the Gunners. Shout out to Mers. Mers is watching tonight. How are we doing, Mers? But shout out for the 2-0 win against
NFL.
Shout out to the 2-0 win. Some good defense keeping the clean sheet for Arsenal. Anything else? Any other games in the... Man City. Yeah, I knew there was somebody I needed to talk about. Man City 3, Bournemouth 1. A good game today, that was. I had Bournemouth to score an extra couple of goals, to be fair. Thought it was going to be a bit tighter than that. Cole, tell us your thing about Man City today.
Well, as I predicted there, historically the game is always a high-scoring game because Bournemouth play expansive football. They were never going to beat us at the Etihad. We're just too strong at home.
They never have beaten you, have they, at home?
I don't think so. And Erling Haaland pops up with another brace. Player of the season, arguably, so far. You've got your Semenyo, but couldn't lay a finger on Haaland.
No, yeah, he blanked for me really this week. But on the game week 10 predictions, that's 2 games this week that I predicted bob on: Man City, Bournemouth, and the Palace Brentford. So I'm flying high this week on 14 so far.
You're starting to sound a lot like the Bushy at the moment.
I'm sitting there on 14 points, and hopefully Sunderland can smash Everton and give me another 5 points. So
they'll start calling you Phil Bush from now on.
Probably start catching up with you and Bushy then, Carl.
Yeah. Modest as well, aren't you, Phil?
You what, mate?
Modest as well, aren't you?
Oh, absolutely, mate. Listen, if Bushy's not around, someone's got to have the ego, and it may as well be me.
Well,
right.
Go on.
Here's one for you. Just quickly, here's one for you, Carl. From Mers. No, Gabriel is the player of the season so far.
Well, Gabriel Jesus. No.
Listen, what wins matches? Goals. Who scores the goals? Haaland.
There you go, Mers. There you go. You can go give Carl some stick in the WhatsApp group because I know.
Why is Haaland the most bought player in fantasy Premier League history?
Because we all know he's guaranteed to score a goal.
Exactly. There you go. I rest my case. Anyway, guys, listen. Gonna love you and leave you.
Thanks for stopping by,
Carl, wait. I mean, obviously, you got that victory today after getting smashed by Rotherham United in the Virtue Trophy. So it was a good reprieve for you today. So happy days.
Yeah,
So,
all I
Carl.
will say to you is you're absolutely right. But how many of those City reserve players go on to play Premier League careers, and how many Rotherham players go on to play Premier League careers? On that note, I love you and leave you.
4-2.
Good night.
4-2.
Right, thanks for that, Cole. Thanks for dropping by. Quick questions coming from Cole, from John to Cole. So, John, you'll have to catch up with Cole maybe another day, mate, because he has gone now. So, we're going to move on. Premier League, fantastic performance in the Premier League.
Just quickly before we move on,
yes, Mark.
Are we not going to mention Pereira getting sacked by Wolves?
Oh yes, that came through this morning, didn't it? Yes. So what are our thoughts then? Obviously, I think it's a given based on Wolves' performances.
Well, he signed a long-term contract about 2 weeks ago, didn't he?
6 weeks.
What you got to remember, they tend to do that in football.
Which is mental. Why did they do that?
Because it's a waste of money. It's a way that they can get out of tax dodging and all that malarkey, isn't it?
Contracts in football aren't worth the paper they're written on.
Of course.
No, they're not. But for the managers, Mark,
my jottings on here are worth more than them contracts.
No, both true points, because the manager knows if he gets sacked, he's getting a payout. And if he wants to leave, same as a player, they will force to move. Some of the names they've been mentioned for the job. Gary O'Neill was, when I looked at this a couple of hours ago, favourite at 10 to 11. Interesting.
Did Brendan Rodgers, Mark? But Brendan Rodgers was my guess.
What about Steven Gerrard?
Gerrard is on the list. He is 18 to 1.
What's Rodgers, Mark? What's Rodgers?
Rodgers is 7 to 1. He's fourth behind Rob Edwards at Middlesbrough, 4 to 1. And Rui Borge.
Gareth Southgate.
So the Middlesbrough manager, not a chance. Okay, yes, they lost.
It'll be Brendan Rodgers.
Yeah, okay, they lost at the weekend, but it's one of them. You can't, I always say you can't win every game.
He's only just gone in. It's not
it's not like that. I'm probably more edging towards what you're saying, Tom. Brendan Rodgers is probably a good fit for Wolves, as it is. As
a rebuild, I imagine. So
I mean, to be fair to Wolves, though, yeah, they lost, but they were down to 10 men. At the weekend.
They've lost every week, though, Phil.
Yeah, I know they have, and I'm not taking that away from it at all. What I'm trying to get at is maybe the manager should have gone a long time ago. The fact that they've given him this long is a bit of a miracle. Really.
Will Wolves break Derby County's record?
No.
No.
2 points after 10. 2 points.
Because if Brendan Rodgers comes in, it won't happen.
There's no team.
They may still go down, but they'll get points.
There's no team bad enough to break that record. Let's be real. Like every team, no matter how bad they are in the Premier League, are always getting better year on year. You see the league. You see at the top, it gets stronger. At the bottom, it gets harder to see who goes down. I guarantee you, it will be impossible to break that record.
I don't know, mate. Because I'll tell you what, they're on 2 after 10. Times that by 3, they're on 6. And then add 8. That's 7.
I suppose.
I don't know. I can't see it. Derby are shit, so I can't. Just pure and simple. I can't see anybody breaking that record. I really can't. And I think with a new manager coming in, it will all change. Guaranteed, it will all change. It will be literally all change. Okay, so big hitters in the Premier League, lots of action in there. Let's jump on to the Championship. So thank you for all the followers that are following. Thank you for all the comments that are coming in. We're going to try and get through some of your comments as we go through the show. If there is anybody watching that would like to make a comment, just stick a comment on and we will see if we can answer it for you. But yeah, the more comments, the more we can interact with you guys. So, on to the Championship. It's game week 13 in the Championship at the minute. Let's start with top of the table, Coventry City. Still top of the table. However, a little bit of a poor performance against Wrexham, Mark. Tell us your story.
Little bit poor is an understatement because we were there's no bones about it. We were dreadful, utterly dreadful. I could sit here and make excuses like, oh, we didn't, we still got Redoni out. Irrelevant. He's been out for a couple of weeks now. We've done fine without him. Thought was only fit for the bench. Okay. Changing 3 of the back 4. Not brilliant. Doesn't matter. We were dreadful. We made Wrexham look really, really good. I was surprised. I know Wrexham spent a lot of money, but they were really on it, and they knew how to stop us. High pressure. They were on Matt Grimes in the middle, and we just couldn't get out. The goal we did score, the first goal, very good goal from Mason Clark, but other than that, we never looked like scoring. And it shocked Wrexham for about 5-10 minutes, and they got back straight back on us. And when I don't think he's a particularly good striker, but we made Kiefer look very good. Perfect hat trick, excellent. And they looked good. They looked really good to Wrexham. Us, on the other hand, not so much. But it's one defeat, and we got away with it this weekend with the other results. Middlesbrough losing, Millwall dropping points, Bristol City losing. Okay, they lost to Stoke, who are up there as well. I think Charlton dropped points, who are still up there, making me look stupid. Preston, I believe they also dropped points. No, they beat Southampton. I'm sure we'll come on to those in a second. Got away with it. The big thing for us now is Tuesday against Sheffield United, who lost again. Bounce back, and we need to win, because otherwise things start getting a bit jittery, and then you start worrying about bottle jobs.
Are you a bit concerned, though, mate, that obviously you've got Tuesday, Saturday, or is it Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday that you've got now?
No.
3 games
because
in very, very quick succession.
No, I'm never worried about that, because every other team in the Championship has to do it. If anything, we got a bonus because we played Friday.
Yeah.
So we got
we got an extra day. Okay.
But
okay.
I don't, this whole, Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday, or Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday, I don't buy into it, because every team in the Championship has to do it. Every team in League One, every team in League Two. It's a cop-out. As soon as, and even Lampard alluded to it before. I'm trying to think the midweek game we had. I think it was Millwall. When we played Millwall on the Wednesday, and we were due to play Sheffield Wednesday on the Saturday. Sheffield Wednesday played on the Tuesday, the day before. And he mentioned it pre or post-match after Millwall. Yes, we've just won, but we've got one less day of work than Sheffield Wednesday have. Get your excuses in early, as far as I'm concerned. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Marginal. So, no, not worried about it at all. If we win on Tuesday against Sheffield United, we will go, regardless of what happens against Stoke on the Saturday following, we will be top.
I think looking at it, I mean, you've got Sheffield United, who are lost again against Derby, for God's sake.
Yeah.
How do you lose against Derby? You know what you were saying, Gloria, about Man United losing against Forest? Come on, how do you lose against Derby County? Seriously? But Sheffield United have managed it. So obviously you've got Sheffield United there, right down at the bottom anyway. Then your only worry will be Stoke then, I suppose, because obviously Stoke smashing Bristol City 5-1. That's a stonking match. I mean, to be a Stoke fan at the minute, you must be on,
Stoke fans are very happy with Mark Robins, and if Mark Robins makes Stokes fans even 10% of how happy he's made me over the last 7 years, they'll be all right. They'll be doing something wonderful, because he's brilliant. He's really brilliant. What isn't brilliant is if you're a Leicester fan, because that's gone very, very, very sour. Losing to Blackburn, who are also struggling. And I only caught the last 10 minutes of the game, and they'd left early, a lot of the fans, but the ones who stayed, it's turned toxic. They're not happy with director of football. I think it's John Rudkin. They want him gone, and they are languishing in 14th.
14th, yeah, but they've not won a game in five games ago. They won a game, didn't they?
Yeah. But
you know, drew and then 3 losses. It's not, you know. I'm just trying to have a quick look at who Leicester have got next.
Can I just say something, lads? Right? Can I just say something? Right. So, last night Jamie Vardy scored against Juventus for Cremonese. Jamie Vardy, 38 years old, scored against Cremonese. Scored against Juventus for Cremonese.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
One of my very best friends is a Leicester fan, ex-Navy lad. What has gone wrong? A Leicester like Blackburn, just one of them. It was just a one-off. Let's have it, and then it's all gone to absolute utter toss. What I will say about the Championship this season is it's absolutely wide open. Mark, I know you're going to curse me for saying this, but I think you are going up a canter, mate. You are going to get promoted. No issue.
The thing is, I'm sorry, I'm just looking at Leicester, and Leicester have got a right tough November as well. I think they've got one okay game against Norwich, and then the rest of it is like Stoke and Middlesbrough in there, and it's like, wow.
But even Norwich,
it's only going to get worse. I think it's only going to get worse for Leicester.
Even Norwich, Phil, Norwich are in the bottom 3 of the Championship. Norwich City are in the bottom 3 of the Championship.
They've had 7 home games.
Jeff Wednesday are gone. They're gone. Sadly for them, or happily for them, whatever. Sheffield United, I think they'll be okay. And then Norwich City. You know, the famous yo-yo team like us, Rotherham United, are languishing in the bottom end of the Championship. And you got the likes of Oxford. Where are Oxford?
18th. Oxford are 18th, Portsmouth are 20th.
It's probably the poorest Championship I've ever seen.
Southampton 21st. It just shows you, doesn't it?
Will Still will be sacked.
I mean,
He has been sacked.
You look at it there. Blackburn, Portsmouth, Southampton, all former Premier League teams. You know.
12. Wait. Southampton sacked. Yeah, literally an hour ago.
All right, he's been sacked.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
has that just come through? Is that when was that?
Yeah.
I saw. Well, I just looked on Google on BBC Sport.
Has Will Still been sacked, George?
Southampton have sacked manager Will Still after 5 months in charge. Yeah, an hour ago. So probably just at the beginning of the show.
He's the Championship manager, isn't he? Do you know what I mean? So I'll tell you what, it wouldn't surprise me actually. I'll put it out there right now. Brendan Rodgers, Southampton.
Nah, what about?
He's going to Wolves. He can't do
that. Wolves. He won't go to Southampton. He'll go to Wolves.
Postecoglou to Southampton.
No, Postecoglou's off to Scotland, isn't he? He's going up there.
No, he's ruled himself out.
Oh, has he?
He has. I actually watched the Old Firm today. Celtic won 3-1 in the end. But yeah, anyway. So Will Still's been sacked, George.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, then surely Postecoglou is more likely to go to Wolves and then Rodgers to Southampton. Postecoglou's not going to want to go to Southampton, is he? Let's have it right.
I don't know.
I mean, it's not too bad in Southampton.
I don't see that either, because wasn't one of his big gripes when he left Celtic not spending money in the right places or not spending enough? And what I've seen from Wolves fans on social media is that their owners don't spend any money. So there's that. And I also would imagine that Brendan Rodgers wouldn't fancy coming down to the Championship. He'll want a top-level job. When I say top-level, I mean a Premier League job. Southampton. I've no idea who goes in at Southampton, but whoever it is, they'll be absolutely fine. We've seen teams make later playoff runs than this, so wouldn't rule out them climbing the table and hitting playoffs again. Really wouldn't.
What's your thoughts, Mark, on Ipswich? So Ipswich beat QPR 4-1. Obviously, they're mid-table. Ipswich in 9th, QPR are 13th. But obviously, Ipswich, that's what's that? That's a couple of games now. Good wins for them. They've still got what are they on? 19 points. They've still got a game in hand as well. They could drop into the top 6
Yeah.
Yeah, top 6
I
or
mean,
7 after their game in hand.
I mean, I thought that Ipswich would go up automatically before the season, and I wouldn't rule it out happening still, because we have seen, okay, we're still top, Middlesbrough still second, Stoke third. From what I've seen of Ipswich, they looked half decent, looked good against Norwich. 2 of the goals yesterday, 2 free kicks from, I think it was Marcelino Nunez. Lovely goals. They'll rock it up there, and they'll be right up there with us, and we'll be having problems with them. I wouldn't be surprised. Tom reckons we're going up at a counter. I wouldn't be surprised if they overtook us and won the league and we came second. I wouldn't be too concerned about that, because promotion's promotion at the end of the day. But I think bad start, or not bad start, slow start, slower than expected start. But that happens. That happens when you go into coming down, and they will have lost a lot of players. The boy who went to Forest, is it Hutchinson? Amari Hutchinson.
Yeah.
Very good player at the Championship. Would have probably gone into the season thinking, okay, keep hold of him and we'll use, he'll be important to us. He goes for 35 million. Oh, okay, well, we've got to find someone else to do it. They've picked up the boy Nunez from Norwich, and they'll get there. And I think this is the start. Now they've won 2 on the spin. Who have they got midweek? Watford.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Which, to be fair, I mean, Watford smashed Middlesbrough 3-0, which is, Watford sat in 10th, Middlesbrough sat,
Did I read somewhere today, and this is another fact that maybe someone needs to search, Watford have the best home form, but the worst away form.
Glorio's on it. We don't have Mers. We don't have fact-checker Mers tonight, so we've got his Timu alternative, which is Glorio.
Another thing I want to say is that McKenna has been linked with the Celtic job, and Kieran McKenna is a massive Celtic fan. So,
it could work just like Dyche coming to Forest. It could be.
Watford have won their last 4 home games, and of the last 4 away games, lost 3 and drawn 1, 2 all at Portsmouth.
Wow.
But to be fair to Watford, because I was at Coventry Watford last week, they could have easily beaten us. They looked great going forward, and they just had a little bit of head loss at the back, which was bizarre. But no.
So it looks like it's 10 points from 6 games at home. They've got the best home form. The away form, 0 wins, 2 draws, and 4 losses.
Yeah,
so not the worst, but
shocking,
pretty poor.
Not still shocking, yeah. Interesting. Well, some real interesting matches. We're saying it's a bit of a weird league, but there's been some high-scoring games, like we say, the 5-1 for Stoke against Bristol, 3-1 for Derby against Sheffield United. We won't talk about that. Birmingham 4-0 against Portsmouth.
That's Portsmouth are not exactly that good.
No, but still, it's a good win, isn't it? It's
a
good high-scoring game.
What I want to say about the Championship, Phil, is that I really hope, because Mark's a very good friend of mine, I hope Coventry go up. I really hope Stoke City go up, because my auntie lived in Stoke, and Victor Johansson, love him. And you know what? Just to make it tasty and interesting, I'd love it if Millwall, for once, got to the Premier League.
Oh, that'd be dodgy as hell.
Just so Football Factory can go fucking mental.
That would be so bad.
Green Street. Imagine. Chelsea v Millwall, whatever. All that nonsense. I'm open. Coventry.
I went to a match I went to a match many moons ago at the City Ground, and it was Forest versus Millwall. And I always remember the game because I think we won, and we came out there. I was with a group of mates, and we came out the City Ground, and we're walking back across the Trent, and there's Millwall fans walking up to the stadium. So they've clearly not been to the game. They were clearly looking for beef after the game, and I can handle myself. Been in many a fight, and I even pat myself watching this group of Millwall fans coming towards me, and I thought, I've got to get out of here. And we just carried on walking, and they literally barged straight past us, and no word of a lie, there was 2 Forest fans behind us. Again, big lads, could handle themselves. And these, I think it was 4 or 5 Millwall fans just lifted one of these and threw straight over Trent Bridge, straight into the water.
Oh my lord!
Bloody hell.
Wow. That's all I said to that was, wow.
I'd like to think that
Let's go, boys. We're getting out of here.
Yeah. I like to think things have changed since then, hopefully, with Millwall, but you never know.
Yeah, you never know. You never know. Bring it back. Let's have Millwall up in the Prem. Why not? So still more lots coming in. John mainly sharing his views tonight. Leicester owner has lost interest, according to some fans. I remember Millwall at Rotherham, absolute helmets. Nice way of putting it, John. Very big result for Stoke. So yeah, just all in all, I think it was a nice week for Championship football. Not so much for Coventry, but hopefully Coventry can bounce back at much faster.
We've got the enemy playing pre-match before Tuesday, which should be a good laugh. But yeah, hopefully 3 points.
Yeah, that'd be great, mate. That would be great. Anyway, moving on. Then we had League One and League Two was all based around FA Cup fixtures. So there's a load of FA Cup fixtures that happened. I'll give a quick roundup of some of the big ones. I won't have time to go through them all. Still be here middle of next week counting them all up. But big game on the Friday was Luton 4, Forest Green 3. So
Crazy.
A high-scoring game there. Very, very big. Very, very back. Forward and backwards. A very, very good game there. There was Chelmsford 4, Braintree 1. Another big scoring game there. We've got Burton 6, St Albans 0. Wow. Poor to be a St Albans fan at the minute. We've got Grimsby 3, Ebbsfleet 1. Carlisle 3, Reading 2.
Yeah, great.
So again, Reading got battered there. Bolton beating Huddersfield 2-1. They were one that were in our teams, I believe. The Tamworth Leyton Orient match that got postponed. Anyone know why?
I can probably find out.
Let me have a quick look.
I heard that both sets of players couldn't be bothered to play, so they just said.
Oh, they just went. I can't be arsed this week. That's
It's tomorrow.
fair enough. Easily done. Newport beat Gillingham 4-3 on penalties. It finished 2-2, so they win 4-3 on penos. Another penalty one was the Wigan Hemel Hempstead. So it was 1-1 at full time, and Wigan won 5-3 on penalties. Chesterfield snatched a win over Stevenage, which was nice to hear. So Chesterfield won, Stevenage 0. The Barnsley-York match, that was an interesting one. I caught the back end of that. That was Barnsley 3, York 2. Salford-Lincoln, that finished on penalties. That was a win for Salford 4-2 against Lincoln. And then the golden one, Rotherham 1, Swindon 2. Tom.
Yep.
What happened?
Okay, so I want to say this first and foremost. I did not watch the game. However, I listened on BBC Radio Wiltshire with two commentators who were, very well spoken, and I don't think they were biased. By all accounts, we scored the first goal, which I've seen the goal. Sam Nombe, great, probably the best striker in League One, easily. He's going to be in the Championship come January the 30. Is there 31 days in January? Yeah, there is. January 31st. So yeah, we go 1-0 up, and then we decided to play children in the FA Cup first round. At one point, we had Jordan Hugel, who was our number 9.
Did he play fullback or something?
No, he played centre half.
Centre half.
For some bizarre reason. Yeah.
Okay.
And he played centre half, and they had a man sent off as well. We had defenders on the bench, and we still.
Yeah, they went down to 10 men, didn't they? As well.
They did. Yeah. League Two Swindon went down to 10 men. We played Jordan Hugel at centre half, then brought on a 17-year-old centre half, and then still played Jordan Hugel at centre half. And do you know what? At one point in that game, Swindon had 7 attacking players on the pitch with 3 defenders. and we could not play through the 7 attackers. And ultimately, we lost the game. And we're out the FA Cup. Shit.
So whose fault is it, Tom? Come on, let's hit it on the nail on the head. Whose fault is it?
Whose fault is it? Okay, so I'm not sure it's anybody's fault, but it's maybe misjudgment by a number of people in charge, aka the management team.
So is Mr. Hamshaw back under the cosh then after a win last week? Is he back under the cosh?
Massively. They charged the mugs that went to it, right? I'm sorry to call you mugs, 15 quid to go and watch a team full of kids. Literally, we had children. Right?
Do you know something? It's all becoming very clear now. I just want to calm you down, Tom, because I don't want you losing your head tonight, mate. It's all becoming clear why Bushy both supports both Man United and Rotherham, because it would seem that doesn't matter who he supports. At some point in the process of a season, there's a problem with one or the other or both managers. He seems to have a thing for managers that can't just quite do it.
No.
The job.
But what I don't understand, Phil, and sorry, chaps, no, you'd be boring me talking about us, Rotherham, right? Is that he put our number 9 at centre half, whilst we had, by the way, a protege who was meant to be being scouted by Man City on the bench.
Oh,
right?
dear.
And then brings him on, and then best of it is they score to make it 2-1 against 10 fucking men, right? And then he still plays Jordan Hugill at centre half, and Hugill and Denzel Hall are pretending like pep students playing it round the back. What the hell's going on? Fuck it.
So can we categorically say then, Tom, that you're a bit upset the fact that you didn't win?
Well, a little bit, but I mean, you know what? You know what? And you know what I will say? I want to make this point really, really clear. There's a lot of our fan base, and some that might see this, some that, whatever. Oh, it's the FA Cup. We concentrate on the league. We concentrate on the league. Fuck the fucking league. Right. Right, okay.
This is what we like, Tom. This is true passion. I know it's a family show, but guys, come on.
Yeah,
You can see the passion from Tom. Rotherham, they're clearly massive problems there. They can't just. I tell you what, I would feel really sorry if one of their fans was sat like the United Strand right now. I won't cut my hair until Rotherham win 5 games in a row, because I think they'll have more hair than Grizzly Adams did, to be fair.
I'd be like fucking Rapunzel. But anyway, so listen, everyone's like brushing it off, going, oh, just the FA Cup. We're going to win it anyway.
No, because Forest are going to win the FA Cup anyway, so it's all right.
Well, there you go. Of course, we're not going to win the FA Cup. However, let's have an away day. Yes, I went to the FA Cup 3rd round where we played Man City. Carl, you still watching? You smashed us fucking 7-0. However, the first goal was offside. But anyway, listen, it's money, it's revenue, it's an FA Cup run. It gets the fans up for it. Look, we played Swindon at home, got beat by Swindon at home against 10 men. God, it's awful. Carlisle got through. I'd have loved nothing more the second round. Carlisle v Rotherham. I could have gone and wound the Carlisle people up and
Brackley Town got through, mate.
Brackley Town in the second round.
Brackley Town managed to get through, and yet Rotherham gone.
Rotherham United are in the Virtue Trophy. But anyway, whatever.
Yeah, there you go. There's your trip.
Sorry, lads. Anyway,
No.
Anyway, FA Cup.
FA Cup's FA Cup, isn't it?
If you want to know, the Tamworth v Leighton Orient match wasn't postponed. It's just playing tomorrow.
So it was postponed.
Oh, they were hungover.
It was just always officially going to be played tomorrow.
All right, okay.
That's what it says.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Let's have a look at a few of the other ones then. Now Tom's had his rant. Mansfield beat Harrogate 3-2. Wealdstone beat Southend 1-0, so they've gone through. Macclesfield smashing Tottenham 6-3.
It's fucking tragic. This is tragic.
9 goals in that game. Wow, phenomenal. And then Brackley Town beating Notts County on penalties 4-3 as it ended 2-2 at full time. So interesting one. And looking at that, I believe in our little entendre, only one person backed Brackley Town to beat Notts County.
Wow.
The 8 people that joined, only one person managed to back.
Yeah, not me probably.
So, interesting. Very, very, very interesting. So big FA Cups, lots of games. Where do we think the FA Cup's going to go then, guys? Obviously, we've got round 2 coming up. Then do we think it's going to be a surprising teams going into round 3? Do we think Brackley Town can do it again and get into round 3?
There's always at least a few non-league teams getting into the round 3. So I think Brackley Town have got a good chance. Yeah, why not? If they can win against a team that's in the lower ends of the leagues, they can surely beat whoever they get in the next round, like a championship or whatever.
Yeah,
that's fantastic, George. That's fantastic. That's honestly, that is honestly stating the bleeding obvious. If they can win the next game, surely they'll get through to round 3.
Well, it depends.
But if Brackley, I don't know. If Brackley Town were up against Gloriole, if Brackley Town were up against someone like Luton or Accrington or Port Vale, I mean, Port Vale smashed Malden Tiptree, obviously 5-1. But if they were up against somebody if they were up against someone like Port Vale or something like that, are they?
Probably not. No.
Can you really see them?
No, but if they get a team that's like, there we go. If they get like Buxton or something, or Buxton. Who else got through?
George, have you ever been to Buxton before?
Yeah, it's a beautiful
no.
part of the world.
There's caves. It's lovely. They've got some water named after them. It's a beautiful place.
It is a very, very beautiful place.
It is Buxton Abbey, I think it wasn't it?
Yeah, it's about an hour. It's about an hour and a half away from me. We go quite.
I went on a school trip there once, and it was beautiful. It was a geography trip. But anyway, go on.
Sounds lovely.
We're going completely off air, boys. I don't know
off to Buxton.
Let's talk.
Let's all have a jolly outing to Buxton, shall we? Yeah, wonderful.
Buxton.
Live show from Buxton.
A live show from Buxton. Yeah. Right. So some big hitters in the FA Cup. Obviously, some big games. Rotherham going out, which is a big shame going out on a poor.
Massive shame.
Yeah. So looking forward to seeing what the next round comes with the FA Cup. So we're going to drop into our feature presentation. Now, our feature presentation last week was all about the FA Cup. I messed up massively. I wanted to run something about League Two, and unfortunately, it slapped me right round the face, and someone chirped and went, "They're not playing next week, FA Cup." So yes, I made a boo-boo. So we opted for an FA Cup predictions, and we chose 10 games. We chose the Luton Forest Green game, Buxton Chatham Town game, Bolton Huddersfield game, Rotherham Swindon game, Stevenage Chesterfield game, Mansfield Harrogate game, Wealdstone Southend game, Crewe Doncaster, Brackley versus Notts County, and the Barnsley York game. The people that were involved, there was 8 entries. Yes, 8 entries. One entry was late, so they couldn't get involved in the first game. That was you, wasn't it, Tom?
That was me. That was me.
So one entry was late. GH, you managed to miss one, but you managed to get your scores in before by the time I realised, basically. So it went as follows. I did take part in this week's, but I got 12 points. Mr. Bush, he got involved. He got 15 points.
15.
Wow. 15.
GH, you also got 12 points, the same as me.
Oh,
Wow.
not bad.
Mark did very, very well. You also got 15 points.
Wow.
Poppy got 13 points. Mers got 14 points, so you were just one off Mers. Rue got 15 points, and Tom, you got 11 points. So Tom,
for fuck's sake!
you actually came last, mate. You actually came last.
Phil, I thought you were building up to me winning that, mate.
No.
Oh, that's brilliant.
I thought you were building up. I thought you were going to go. And Tom, wow.
This week we had. So this week I blindsided you there, didn't I, mate? So this week we had 3 winners. Okay. So obviously we can't give out 3 prizes. I've got all the prizes are organised. I've just got to get them personalised. So they're being personalised next week. So they will be sent out to GH, who won one, and Rue, who won the other week.
What, you're rubbing your ass on them?
To you. Yeah, I'm going to personalise them with a picture of my chocolate starfish. No, right? You idiot. Right. So this week, the 3 winners were Lee, Mark, and Rue. You have until the start of the FA Cup game tomorrow, okay? And you have got to give me the score of that game tomorrow, okay? If you get the score spot on, you win. The next closest person then will win, basically. So if they win 2, who is it?
Tamworth Leighton.
Tamworth Leighton.
Tamworth Leighton. So if Tamworth beat Leighton 2-0, Mark, you say 2-0, Bushy says 1-0, and Rue says the other way, you win it. So it would be the closest to it. There's 3 of you. I need the score for that game. Yeah?
Okay.
If some reason or other you choose the same scores, I'll ask you to change. I'll ask both of you to change your score. Yeah, that's going to make it simpler.
And then if they change it again to the same score,
Gloria, the chances of that happening are what?
1% or something stupid.
Yeah, they're not very high, mate. So
yeah, Phil, just get them to do 2-1, and then the minutes that the goals are scored, and there you go.
Yeah, we'll work something out.
Yeah,
but yeah.
And I
so
can't believe you mugged me off there, Phil. I thought I was winning that.
I know.
The whole list, and then I came last.
It's because I'm reading across, and you were on the end of my list. That's why.
Oh, for God's
sake! I got your work up. I'm sorry, mate.
And
yes, in answer to your message, John, I thought I'd made it out to everybody. Andrew won last week, mate. So the last week's trophy, Andrew won. So yes, I want that from yourself, Mark. I need it from Bushy, and I also need it from Rue. So I need the score in for tomorrow, and I need that before obviously the game starts tomorrow. That would be great.
Okay.
So what are we going to do for this week's feature presentation? I am going to bring it down to League 2. As we don't have any League 2 pundits in, I'm going to make it all about League 2.
Ooh.
Yet.
Let me go to the League 2 fixtures, which I have open here somewhere. League 2, there we go. No, that's the League 2 table. Let me go to the League 2 fixtures, Phil. There we go, fixtures. Right. Next week, the League 2 fixtures are next Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And there's one game on then the Monday. So we'll ignore the game on the Monday. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 games playing on Saturday, the 8th of November. I want everybody's scores for those games.
Just the
Okay.
22 teams.
Just the 11 matches.
Just the 11 matches that are on the Saturday, because obviously Cheltenham, Notts County is on the Monday. So it'll be too late.
I was hoping to score that one. But okay, so yeah.
So Colchester United versus Bromley, Crewe Alexandra versus Shrewsbury Town, Barnet versus Milton Keynes, Barrow versus Grimsby, Bristol Rovers versus Gillingham, Chesterfield versus Accrington Stanley, Crawley Town versus Fleetwood Town, Harrogate Town versus Oldham Athletic, Newport County against Walsall, Salford City against Cambridge, Swindon Town against Tranmere Rovers. Okay, I want everybody's scores for those. There's one caveat, and I played this caveat not long ago.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
If if a red card happens in your game, whatever your score is, you lose it for that game.
So surely everyone loses their score for that game if we're all predicting the same results.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, but
So
if somebody gets the right result, Glory Hole, they're going to lose 5 points, aren't they?
Yeah. Oh,
if you don't get the right result, you're not going to get any points anyway, are you?
Yeah,
so what I'm saying is, worst case, somebody might go, oh, it's going to be a 5-0 to Chesterfield, and then all of a sudden Chesterfield get a player gets sent off.
Yeah, I see.
They're going to lose their 5 points, aren't they, GH?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Get with the game.
Come on, George.
There's 37 watchers. I expect 37 messages come flying in. So you can get me on. You can get me at KB Terrace Talk on any of the socials. So you can get me on X. You can get us on TikTok. You can get us on Instagram. You can get us on Facebook. If you want to get involved, you can win a prize, and it will be a very lovely personalized prize for you. Okay, all I need is the 11 games that are going on next Saturday. That's Saturday, the 8th of November in League 2. I need all of your scores. 5 points for a correct score, 2 points for a win. But you lose all your points for that game if a red card occurs. All right? So obviously, if you get the right score and there's a red card that happens, sorry, you lose your 5 points. Simple as. All right? Mm-hmm. And I need those in by Wednesday.
By Wednesday.
The reason why is it took me absolutely a mess around going through everybody's messages on Saturday, going through and trying to get everybody's score. So if I can get them in on Wednesday, I'm hoping there's going to be more than 8 this week. If I can get them in by Wednesday, I've got plenty of time then to get that all uploaded before Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? So if anybody is viewing and wants to get involved with that, that's what you need to do. Send me your scores for next Saturday. That's Saturday, the 8th of November. All the League 2 games that are happening on that Saturday. That's 11 games total.
Mm-hmm.
Mers is also stating the obvious of what we've just said to you, GH. So Mers is in agreement that you're an idiot as well as what we think.
No.
Right, so we're going to end this week's show on the lighter side. Now, I've not asked anybody here to do the lighter side, and I was hoping that there was going to be somebody coming on and doing a little sing-song for us.
Yes, I did speak to Mr. Perkins. He's unwell this weekend, sadly. However, he's going to be on next Sunday.
That would be absolutely fantastic.
I can sing on his behalf if you like.
No. You're absolutely fine, Tom. Thank you. Listen, we've heard my singing. We've heard Sturmy's singing. We don't need to hear yours as well, mate. So we put out.
I just want to say also, if anybody wants any carpets, give us a ring.
Yes, absolutely. Advertising the carpets. Anybody in the Carlisle area wants some carpets.
Or a lodge with a hot tub.
Or a lodge with a hot tub, absolutely, yeah. Contact Tom. Tom directs it. It's Tom Brown. Contact him direct if you want any carpets in that area.
Also,
do you want me to advertise anything for you?
No.
GH is on the scrounge for a new car. So if anybody can recommend a new car for GH down on the South Coast, he'll be much appreciated for that. And Mark's looking,
Southampton.
Mark's looking for some championship, more championship points. So if anybody wants to send Mark any championship points, that would be also fantastic.
Quick one for the rest of the panel. Right. Leave you this one, then.
I am going to do a lighter side, by the way. I am going to do a lighter side, by the way.
Pinocchio says, "My nose will grow now." What happens?
It doesn't grow. Or does it grow? That's like. Do they name the fruit orange after its color, or do they name the color after the fruit orange?
Exactly.
What came first, the chicken or the egg?
Well, we all know that was a caterpillar, so Right. So the lighter side. I thought, as it was FA Cup time, I would give 10 interesting facts about the FA Cup. So, firstly, Tom, you're a top man when it comes to trivia and top man for that stuff. But did you know that the FA Cup is officially the world's oldest football competition?
Yes, that's like basic day one, week one.
But though, Tom, here's a clue for you. Here's a quick one for you. When was the first game played? And in what month and what year? And if you can tell me the day, it'd be even better, mate.
The first day of the FA Cup?
FA Cup game. The first FA Cup game was played in what month, in what year, without looking on Google right now. Tippy tappy.
November 1891.
November 1891. The month was right, mate, but it was 1871.
That's not bad.
Not bad, though, mate. I'll give you that. It was November, but it was
a year out.
It was November 1871. Not too bad, mate. Did you know did you know that the first FA Cup final was held at the Kennington Oval in London? Obviously, the Oval is now known as the main cricket ground, where England team play. But that's where the very first FA Cup final was held.
Crazy, huh?
Over the years, a total of, Tom, how many teams have won the FA Cup?
I'm going to say 23.
Nah, miles off, mate. Add another 20. You've got a thing with 20, haven't
I was
you,
going
mate?
to say. I was going to say about 58 or something.
It's 43 teams have won the FA Cup.
Oh wow!
Okay.
Which team though has won it the most?
Oh,
Arsenal.
Man United.
No, it's not.
Arsenal.
Glory hole.
It's either Man United or Liverpool, I think, but I'm going to say Man United.
It's not. It's none of them. It's somebody like Burnley or Huddersfield.
I can tell you it is actually Arsenal. Well done, Mers.
What the heck?
Arsenal, yeah, absolutely.
14.
I'm not sure how many times. 13, 14 maybe? Something like that. I'm sure Mers will tell me. Did you know, though? Okay, then. What club has held the FA Cup most years in possession?
I know the answer to this.
Preston North End.
No. Glory hole?
United. It's not Man United, but I'll say Man United.
No. Mark?
It's Portsmouth.
Yes. And do you know how many times it was?
Well, they held it for 7 years.
What the heck?
They won it in 1939, and there was a little scuffle that broke out in Europe.
Yeah. I think was it like this war or something?
Oh, that makes so much sense.
What it is.
Sometimes get up, but yeah.
Something to do with a nasty German or something, wasn't it? I can't remember.
Something like that. I can't really remember.
He was Austrian, Phil. He was Austrian.
Well, yeah, he was Austrian. But okay, fine. All right, we're going to get factual. I didn't know Arnold Schwarzenegger was around then. All right, I'm sorry. The FA Cup is now quite well known for having coloured ribbons of the previous winners attached to it. But did you know that on the day of the final, the cup is decorated at the start of the game with ribbons from both teams playing, and the losers' ribbons are then removed at the final whistle?
Yeah, I knew that.
No,
that one out there. Anybody didn't know that one?
Phil, the corner flag one. The corner flag one.
Yeah, we'll come. I'm sure we'll come to that one very, very shortly. Okay, then. Only one team has ever won the cup and then been relegated in the same season.
Wigan Athletic.
Wigan
Athletic.
Okay, what year was it?
2013.
2015.
2017.
It was 2013. Who was the manager?
Damn it.
Who was the manager?
Roberto
Martinez.
It was Roberto.
I was going to say, yeah.
Absolutely. Thought I'd hit you with that one. The FA Cup has seen a lot of goals over the years, but only one man has scored in 4 different FA Cup finals. Who is that man?
Steven Gerrard.
Nope.
Aguero.
Nope. Mark?
Giggs.
No, it was a Didier Drogba.
I was never going to guess him.
Interesting little fact there for you. Okay, despite the competition starting in 1871, it took over 113 years for the first player to be sent off in an FA Cup final. That unwelcome record is held by who? Can anybody tell me? I'll make it easier for you if you can tell me the club.
I know you take the first penalty, but that doesn't help.
Who was the team? Laurie, I was looking on Google.
I'm not.
You are? I can see you tapping, mate.
Tottenham. Oh,
No, it wasn't Tottenham.
United.
It's a top flight team.
United.
It was Man United, yeah. It was in 1985. So it was the year I was born.
Who played in 85?
It was in 1985.
Roy Keane.
Kevin Moran for Man United. There's an interesting one for you. A couple left. Spare a thought for Leicester City. They've got to the final of the competition how many times?
5.
Once.
4 times. And they've lost it every single time.
Except
they've won it once.
They are one of only 14 teams to have made it all the way to the FA Cup final, but have never won the competition.
They won it in 21.
Yes, they have. Phil, they have. They won it.
Oh, no.
They beat Chelsea. They beat Chelsea 1-0.
I'm with you, Phil. I wish it had never happened.
Wait, let me have a look. 1-0 against Chelsea.
I must have erased that one from my mind. Even I've got to be fact checked every now and again.
The Belgian lad scored it. Tielemans scored the goal.
He did. Yes, he did. Yes, you're right. Yeah.
And then in the very last minute, what do you call it? Chelsea scored and it was ruled up out of VAR.
Well then.
I remember in one bit, but
okay, question for you, and final question on the lighter side. What was the fastest ever goal scored in an FA Cup final?
Roberto Di Matteo.
12 seconds by Danny Welbeck.
12 seconds by Danny Welbeck. Are you wishful thinking or what?
Ilkay Gundogan or Roberto Di Matteo.
What time?
The Di Matteo must be like 11 seconds, but Gundogan might be about 9 seconds.
I thought Di Matteo was close to 58, and now you've said it, Gundogan was 33 or something.
Well,
someone quicker than that.
Jamie Vardy.
It was someone. I'll give you a clue. It was in 2009. It was someone for Chelsea.
Eden Hazard.
Well, it wasn't for Chelsea. Chelsea won the FA Cup, but actually the first goal was actually scored by Everton. Louis Saha.
Tim Cahill.
Louis Saha, correct. It was Louis Saha in 25 seconds.
Oh yeah, that's
really
quick. Go for his
was
miss.
that quicker than Gundogan?
But they lost. They lost 2-1 to Chelsea.
Well, Everton didn't win the cup.
No, Chelsea won it.
Oh, never! Wow.
Yeah, Louis Saha scored the first goal, and then Chelsea slapped 2 home.
Wow.
So there we are. Merzgoff saying 1984 before his time. Stop lying. You had a long
Before
paper
his
round the
time.
field then, mate. Definitely. So thank you for everybody for watching this evening. We've gone slightly over. thank you for the results, and thank you for the comments. Thank you for everything coming in. Thank you for Cole for coming on earlier on. I know he's a very, very busy man this weekend, so we'll let him enjoy the rest of his weekend. I want to say thank you tonight for Mark for coming on. Thank you, Mark.
You're welcome.
I want to say thank you for Turbo Tom.
What happens if Pinocchio says my nose will grow now? Remember that.
I'll remember that. Mers is fact checking me, telling me that all my facts are wrong. So thanks for that, Mers. I'm sure your facts on FPL will be absolutely spot on next week. Thank you for Glory Hole for coming on. Thank you, Glory Hole.
No worries.
Absolutely wonderful. Remember the competition this week. I want 11 scores from next Saturday's League 2 matches. And if your team, if the team that week get a red card, then you lose your points for that game. Please get them into me. Thank you for everybody for watching. Please make sure you follow, like, and share us on TikTok, on Facebook, on all the social media platforms. We're on YouTube as well, so look for us at KB Terrace Talk. Make sure you're logging on at 8 p.m. for all our shows. So 8 p.m. on Monday for Miller's Monday, which is all about Rotherham United. We've got Thursday nights, which is the Premier League chat. That's also at 8 p.m. We also have a brand new Friday show. It is the FPL show. I'm not 100% sure on what time that's going out, and I believe it's still going to be a Friday, but that is a live FPL show. And then also we've got this show back here next Sunday for Sunday service and a full roundup of all the games, all the week's games. So from me, thank you very much for watching, and we will see you next week.
Cheers. Cheers, Phil. Cheers, Mark. Cheers, Joe.